guys supporting the hostages for a ceasefire deal?
Why did you?
We should have a ceasefire. Not a ceasefire. We should have those hostages released, and then we can talk.
Does he understand that he's president of the United States?
It's crazy.
That he's cast aside these statements, walking away, the backs to the press, never answers a question directly, shouts it while he's walking up the steps. This is somebody that has 50 years experience. Now he's finally president of the United States. He knows his words matter. Are you for a ceasefire? Are we waiting for hostages? Are we not waiting for hostages? How many hostages do we have? Oh, by the way, I'm going to make a huge statement while walking away off mic. Stand there, answer the question, or don't.
Brian, the part of the reason why this is happening is because of hesitation, because he's trying to appease one part of his party and then appease the Israelis as well. There's really no leadership.
I think you're giving him too much credit. I don't even think he's thinking it through.
You don't think he's thinking?
I don't even think he's thinking. Imagine if I say something now that changes the policy on a global conflict. Instead, I don't know, I'll just turn around and arbitrarily shout a statement and let my team
But
clean
Brian,
it
it's
up.
not just even him. KJP was asked, what is the position of the administration on anti-Semitism? And then she went into Islamophobia. It's the entire administration, not just the president.
Do they ever have a meeting?
Yeah.
She also said that, in this country, we respect people's rights to protest and stuff like that.
She didn't want to talk about what's happening on college campuses.
See, I think what Joe Biden did was he screwed up the message because obviously the U.S. government has a policy, and it's no ceasefire. But he said we should have a ceasefire. No, not a ceasefire. He just blew it. That's the problem. And unfortunately, the whole world looking at him, and he screwed up his own message.
Didn't he say, I didn't hear the question correctly?
That was about something a couple of days ago.
That's him walking up the steps. He came out and said no or yes, and then they said no, he didn't know what he was talking about because he didn't hear the question. Because you're always walking away from the press. Either take the question staring at us or walk away. But it's very insulting to think that little of the press, that you don't even answer the question. Understand, the press, whether you think of it or not, are the voice and questions of the people. And you continue to make policy while walking away and then having people come back and say you misunderstood the question.
I want to know, how did the squad get elected? AOC saying war crimes don't justify war crimes. Israel's abducting people. Aren't they supposed to defend themselves? If someone comes into your house and kills your family, aren't you going to defend yourself? Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib triples down on that Hamas hospital narrative, saying that Israel and the U.S. have misled the public.
Just to be clear,
she says there should be an investigation.
Our Defense Department they've investigated this, and we have a U.S. position on this issue, and she's still parroting Hamas, not Palestine's talking point, Hamas's talking point.
And the UK also did their own investigation.
Correct.
And the New York Times apologized.
New York Times admitted, quote, we relied too heavily on claims by Hamas about the hospital.
All of our allies, our Defense Department is wrong, and Hamas is right.
Did you hear the AP? If you're a reporter for the AP, you're not allowed to call Hamas a terror group?
It's unbelievable.
Because they say it's part of the government.